Hey, what's up, everyone? This is going to be a quick skills challenge on how to blur something out. It could be someone's face, it could be any object on the screen, really, if you want to maintain like some type of anonymous status or something like that. Again, maybe it's a phone number, someone's face that you're interviewing, or something like that. Even comedic relief you could use it for, but we don't really need me talking right now. I really only need this footage so that I have something to blur someone's face out. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop over into Premiere Pro and show you how to do this. This is gonna be a little bit of a time warp, if you will, because you're gonna watch me edit this same conversation right now. So let's go ahead and get started. Yeah. Okay, guys, so here we are in post-production. You see the timeline, the introduction that you guys just watched, but now I've got this other section that is just from that same clip of me just kind of getting everything up and ready. So let's go ahead and blur out my face, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is come over to, now I'm in editing, and somewhere in editing, down here in this toolbar over here, you should have something called effects. If you don't have it there, click on this arrow. You can always, drag these around so it's a little bit easier to find. If you can't find the effects toolbar, let me know. I'll come over and show you where. It might be floating over on here. I really prefer it in this bottom left hand corner. So anyway, let's go ahead and blur out my face. So I'm going to just type in fast blur in the search bar there, and I'm going to drag it on and drop it onto this clip. Okay, and right off the bat, nothing is going to happen. So let's go ahead and actually apply this effect. Okay, so I'm going to come over to Effect Controls, and you can see now I've got down here this fast blur. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select. Now, if you're blurring someone's face, the ellipse is probably, that oval shape probably works well enough. If it's some other shape, again, we've used it in the past to block out cell phone numbers on a phone, or something totally random, or they just have a weirdly shaped face. You can use this free draw Bezier tool, so you can just draw your shape randomly. I'm just going to go ahead and use this ellipse mask, okay? And there it is. I'm just going to select my face, pull it down. There we are. Okay, and then come right down here. Your feather, that's going to be like, how much is it going to feather out? Do you want it just a really sharp line, or do you want it to just kind of like fade in and fade out kind of scenario? Let me see here. Blurriness, let's start with this. How blurry do you want it? You want it just a little bit blurry, or do you want it very blurry? Okay, and let's just make it as blurry can get. Okay, now if I click off of this, you can see how sharp that line is, and you can keep it like that if you like, but let's go back and talk about that feather. Okay, so if I wanted to feather that out a little bit, I could feather it, maybe a little bit like that. The expansion is going to expand out into the outside of that line. Okay, now one of the problems that you're going to see here is, look at this, my face moves. Okay, and if you're trying to keep someone anonymous, that's not going to work. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to select this again, and the mask path, that's what you want to focus on. One of these right here, when you click on this, it's going to track your object, okay? And if it misses a little bit, what you can do is actually, this is pretty painstaking, but you can actually go frame by frame and drag it around and make sure that everything is staying put. Okay? let me pause this. You don't have to watch me click frame by frame. Let me pause this and I'll come back in just a second, okay? Okay, so that took me a second, but finally got everything all queued up, and the computer does a remarkable job on its own to just follow the face. So let's go ahead and look at the final product. Yeah, there's no telling that's me. No way, no one would ever guess. Okay, and that is Fast Blur. Pretty simple concept.